So first of all, we just want to thank you for meeting with us again. We loved the ideas that you guys had for us, and we kind of came up with some things that you might be interested in. If not, just please let us know, and we can adapt it to suit your needs. All right, so clearly, like we talked about last time, you guys are looking to expand your reach with the college age market. Thankfully, we're pretty much experts on that. Just because we are college students, we have a broad reach with the college student media and pretty high circulation numbers.
Oh, so we did a needs analysis based on everything that we've researched and what you've told us. So the target market is 18 to 24 years old, but our campaign will specifically look into freshmen, but will be reachable to those age groups as well. And then the geography is national, specifically the Jimmy John's closest to campus. And so our challenges are staying relevant in a crowded marketplace, and so that's what this campaign is supposed to fix. And then the objective is to increase awareness among 18 to 24 age college students by 10%.
And we chose 10% because it's big enough to see a difference, but it's small enough to where it's manageable.
Okay. So we have 4 different ways we're going to do this. We have a social media campaign. So we found that, do we have a slide for that? Okay.
Well,
So-
yeah, we do, but.
Okay. So we found that you guys were super successful, especially on your Twitter. You guys have the Freaky Fast hashtag. You guys have Modified Monday, and it's worked super well in the past. So we do want to use that. We want to expand on it, as well as promoting more print and digital ads and promotional events. Go ahead.
So, excuse me. So we're wanting to target your social media because it does so well, and you have a large following. We want to use the print ads specifically to traffic college students to your social medias. So we've come up with a hashtag faster than, based off of your motto, Freaky Fast.
It also it engages students because they're not just seeing Freaky Fast. We're going for what are you hashtag faster than, and giving you guys a couple of examples that specifically will resonate with the college crowd.
And so this would be like 3 examples of social media posts you have. So hashtag faster than, you hitting the snooze button when the alarm goes off your 8 a.m. class. Hashtag faster than Khalid's X moving on. That's based off of one of his songs. And then hashtag faster than your student debt adding up. So, and then down here, it says if you bring in the post on your phone, you can scan the QR code and get 50% off your next purchase.
Julia, you want to go ahead?
Okay, so for the print advertisement, it's again trying to lead you back to the social media, which is kind of the focus of our idea. And so you'll follow the QR code, and we're hoping just to get people's attention. And this statistic was, according to the American Public Transportation Association, that there are a lot of, or most college student campuses have transportation on there that we can advertise with, less ads like that. So that's what we were trying to get at.
And that's specifically their shuttle system. That's not public transportation. It is the shuttle specifically used by college students. This works well with specifically incoming freshmen. They're there with their families, they're settling into their dorms, they're taking those shuttles to and from campus, trying to figure out where to eat. They see the ad, and immediately they realize Jimmy John's, everybody knows Jimmy John's. It's nationwide brand recognition, and we're hoping to get their attention with ads that they can relate to.
And we are putting the social media handles, and down here it's follow us on Twitter and retweet us with your hashtag faster than for 50% off your next purchase. So we're encouraging college students to interact with your social media platforms. Based off of the 2 print ads that you see, is there anything that you would change, or are you happy with it?
Yeah, I really like the concept. I think this could generate definitely some interest. So no, I don't think I'd change anything.
Do you like the idea of using shuttle buses specifically on campus, or would you want to broaden that to public transport in the city?
Well, I think we're focused on our 18 to 24-year-old. I like the shuttle, and definitely, because definitely that is really where my audience is at. So yeah, I like that. I mean,
Great.
I want to look at each campus and see. I mean, because some transits aren't using shuttles; they're using
Right.
through on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, it went to sleep. So we have to wait for.
Okay, so one of the reasons we wanted to use the QR codes is because it's super easy to track how many people are using it and where they're coming from. If they're coming from the social media, if they're coming from the print ads that we have on the magazine and on the bus. It's super easy to track how that's working. And so based on that, we can then say, all right, Instagram's doing great. How can we improve the magazine? How can we improve the visibility through the shuttle buses?
You want to talk about event promotion?
You can talk about that.
Okay, so for event promotion, we were thinking about targeting those incoming freshmen with the orientation groups and having booths set up and possibly some interactive a contest where they would insert or like just write down their most creative faster than, and so then we would obviously choose the winner, or whatever, each campus would choose the winner and then tweet it. And so that would be a contest, and they would win like a $50 Jimmy John's gift card or something like that, and just making sure that we're really a part of every orientation. Yeah.
And
It
we're
also-
really trying to promote the hashtag faster than.
And it gives students a reason to get engaged. Instead of just seeing a hashtag, they're getting excited about it. They're trying to be creative. What am I faster than? What's, faster than some of our examples here?
Just getting creative with it.
Your iPhone battery dying.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll take it. Okay, so we're going to use flight desks so we can measure the success of our social media traffic, like we were saying with the QR codes. There will be that 50% off discount offered to college students. We're also going to be giving out a survey. How did you find this deal? What attracted you to this specific location? And then the predictive ad performance gives us a realistic expectation of the ROI, which just goes back to what we were saying about deciding how we can adapt for each new medium of advertisement. So we just wanted to get your thoughts. Is there anything you liked and would want to possibly commit to in the future? Did you have a different direction you wanted to go in? We just wanted to get your thoughts on that.
Also, what are your thoughts with specifically, I don't want to say specifically, but we're looking at your social media and we're only using print ads to direct people to the social media. However, the print ads will still advertise Jimmy John's. So.
Yeah, my thoughts are I'd like to tap into maybe social media a little deeper, maybe using either campus media somehow on their social media platforms. Did I miss that part, or was it mostly the social media posts from was Jimmy John's platform?
So it will be through Jimmy John's, but it's also going to be a lot of campus media using Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, just to promote this ad campaign. So if we can say, what are you faster than, specifically retweeting a lot of Jimmy John's posts, and just bumping up the follower count of both of those using the faster than hashtag.
And the print ads would be in the social and the campus newspapers.
Right. It
Specifically.
would be a way to get measurement on campus print and campus social media.
Yeah, so specifically using the faster than hashtag, because that isn't really used by any other larger corporations. We can track that hashtag. And then also the QR codes will tell us how many people are scanning them.
Are people still using QR codes with their phones?
Yes.
I still use QR codes.
Mhm.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So we're going to present to you how to effectively promote Jimmy John's and more to the college campuses. Jimmy John's, we love Jimmy John's here, and we'd love to get the word out more to more college campuses. And so we'll give you a give out a pitch on what kind of techniques we're thinking about throwing out, and so at the very end we'll ask for your thoughts and your recommendations.
So first, starting off, we're just gonna say a couple things that you guys are doing right now that we think are going very well. So first off, your guys' delivery is amazing. You guys have delivery right to the students at school. We've had you guys deliver right into classes before, and so that right there is a advertisement of itself. Having a delivery man or woman come right into a classroom, displaying your guys' logo. Another good thing is you guys have very good brand recognition. The Jimmy John's name, any campus, right as you hear that, you automatically know the subs. I bet everyone in here could name off 3 or 4 of your different subs that you have. So the brand recognition is another very big part of the different advertisements you guys are doing and that we might run for you. And then finally, your affordability with college students. With college students being on the poorer end of sides, the affordability is a big factor. So just kind of keeping those numbers low is another thing that really easily advertises your guys' brand.
So we want to talk about some of the things competitors are doing right now to target college students, college-age students. And we know like you're looking for opportunities to stay up to date and current. That's why this is 2018. You know, there's a lot of things businesses did in the past 5 years that worked then, but they just don't work as much today. And we've done a lot of research on this on our own campus. To back this up, we'd be happy to provide some of that data to you. But one of them is memes. You know, a lot of college kids, they do love memes, but they do not like memes when companies use them. A lot of these things that college kids try and do with each other, they don't like it when companies try and come in and be like, we're a college kid too, see? You know, the same thing goes for hashtags. When companies start to use hashtags like woke or blessed, or we saw some that use corporate greed to try and be like, we're cool, you know, see, we know corporations are greedy. No, what college kids really like is when corporations are honest about what they are, you know what I mean? So we just feel that this would not work well for you. Obviously, there are some exceptions there. You know, they're fine with simple, you know, hashtags. Especially we know it's good for data analytics and things like that. But I think going too overboard can just really turn off college students. And Facebook. We believe Facebook is still relevant today in social media, but it's not as popular with college-age students. Again, these upcoming Generation Z, they're not on Facebook as much. That is not their social, and yet a lot of big companies are still promoting heavily on Facebook. So that's why we believe these are 3 things some of your competitors are doing wrong, that we definitely think you guys are doing a lot better in that aspect already, especially with your Twitter, which we all love. But yeah, so that's some of our thoughts there. So now we'd like to move into some of our ideas.
Yeah, so we have some really good ideas, pretty innovative. I don't think a lot of people are thinking of this kind of thing. We have a loading pop-up screen, which we'll get to in a bit, where you're trying to integrate with local businesses that really work well with the 18 to 24 demographic. We'll get into some more of those in a minute too, biking, public transportation, things of that nature. And then Freaky Fast, we know that your guys' your slogan, people really they catch on to that. And so we have one social media video post that we will share at the end, something that we've just kind of put together last minute. We think will really work well with videos nowadays that are more in the 5-second to 8-second, 10-second range. Something that someone can't skip, something that they have to watch all the way through, but it's quick and informative.
And they'll want to watch it too.
Yeah, very entertaining. So.
All right, we came up with this idea of a loading pop-up. When you're on a website, I know I hate it when an ad pops up and blocks my screen, but this one that we've created will occur on your screen when it's loading. So I know a lot of times in like libraries on campus, the Wi-Fi can lag a little bit because there's so many people on it. So this pop-up that we've created is the Jimmy John's logo, or we can customize it to the certain school. And it is the delivery car that will zoom around the circle of Jimmy John's as your page loads, and using the stars that are on the Jimmy John's website and in the store, that will just follow the delivery car around until your page is loaded.
If I can add to that, so I was just gonna say, like, going a little bit further on the customization, you know, we know this, we want our campus and our College Media Association organization to really be your test campus for this. So like, for instance, on our campus, our mascot is a bulldog, so we would have the Jimmy John's logo in the center, and then our college mascot would be run around with the stars behind it. And it would be like on our website, so it would be guaranteed on our own college media websites. Every so often, you know, when a page loads, it wouldn't pop up for long because we don't want to annoy the college students. We don't want this long loading, but it would just be a simple, quick, it would run around and then it'd go right to their page. So it would just flash to them, kind of like a subliminal, just quick Jimmy John's.
And sometimes internet is really quick, so for some of the time we would maybe work with engineers to, if we could get a half-second delay or something that this is going to automatically pop up but not be there for too long.
Not too long, especially because it is freaky fast.
Fast,
So we'll keep it fast.
And before we do move on, I would like to add something as well. Our whole idea with the 3 ideas that we've mentioned is to tailor it for each campus. So as we continue, a lot of our ideas are going to be more specific the more you look at a campus. So like, as we'll continue.
And we're trying to give you our innovative ideas because we know you guys are smart. We guys, you know about print, you know about, you know, regular social things, and we would have lots of other options for those things to back up these innovative ideas. It wouldn't be just these alone, but we wanted to really talk to you about some of the things we can do that, you know, that maybe you guys haven't known about. So if we can move on to our next one.
The next one will be integration with local businesses. And so I would like to start with the transportation system. A lot of students like to use it. We, in fact, at USub State have a train that runs right through the middle of campus that many students use. Things like that, bikes, or that in the bus system are great. Bike shops are another big hit for this demographic, 18 to 24. People like to go outside, ride around, especially when the weather is nice. We would work with them, and then as well as libraries. Everyone's got to read when they're in school, so books are a big thing. You got to study up, and so we have some ideas where maybe you, from the library, you rent 4 books out, or you check 4 books out, you go get a little discount on a sandwich. Same with bikes. Some of the bikes have monitors that track your mileage, and so after a certain amount of mileage, you can come in and bring, or you can take a picture of that, and then you get a discount. Then same with maybe the train station or something like that. You bring in a certain amount of tickets, or after like 5 rides, 10 rides, you can get a free sandwich, things like that. Moving on.
If I could say one more about that, I'm sorry. I just wanted to say too, like, our thought process behind this is, like, these 3 businesses are some that on our campus work really well. Most campuses, you know, college transit is fast. If it's not on that campus, then we would find a different business that's known for being fast or reliable, which our bookstore is known for being very reliable. Our bike shop and transit station are known for being really fast. So that's our thought process there.
And then lastly, we have our Freaky Fast video, what I described. It will be something that is, the goal is to trim it or to 5 seconds, because if you go to like something like YouTube, the advertisement before the video, you can skip after 5 seconds. So we wouldn't want the ability to skip. We want you to watch the entire thing. And like we've talked about many times, freaky fast. So the video would be quick, really informative, and very interesting.
And we've just whipped this one up as an idea, but obviously we would tailor it to each campus using theater students or the film school and incorporate the students into the advertisement.
Yeah, we would use maybe some symbols on campus that students would recognize when they watch the video. Hey, I know exactly where that is. That's in the Greek Theater, or that's right in front of the library. Things where a lot of students hang out at.
Our College Media Association partners with a lot of groups on campus, like the theater department. And you know, we could even get some influencers on campus, maybe to star in the video like you're about to see. So it'd really be tailored to every college campus. That's our hope. So if we'd like to play the video.
Again, we'll have professionals.
No, this is great.
You know, I'm pretty hungry, and there's only like 5 minutes to the presentation. Oh, I can get Jimmy John's. And order. Wow, that was freaky fast.
Is there any questions
Do you
or
have
anything you
questions?
guys would like to add? Maybe something you would like to see more of?
I do have a couple questions that was pretty awesome, I have to say. If everybody laughs at it like that, that would be awesome. Question on the partners. So the bike shop, is that a rental or is it, how do you make that work? So I'm trying to wrap my mind around that. Is this the bike rental places? that have
Yeah.
those?
Yep, we have some bike rental. We know here, breaking character a little bit, we know like here you guys have the bike rental places. It would be places like that where it's like we would partner with them and maybe put like, you know, a little logo on the stands or something like that. You know, this would obviously, that portion of it would involve some other businesses, so it would involve us going back and discussing with them. But we have really good relationships with those businesses on our campus, so we feel like we know college media across the nation typically does have really good relations in their communities. So we feel like they'd be able to work out some good campaigns that would work specifically tailored for their campuses.
Okay.
So we didn't want to narrow it down to thing. We
Sure.
wanted to
I
leave it
just wanted
broad
to
for you
kind of
guys.
see how
Yeah.
that would work.
Does that
Now,
answer your question?
Yeah, it does. And what about the libraries? Is that something we can commercialize?
So I think you did it's meant to be the bookstore. I
Oh,
think we
okay.
have our library. It's the local bookstore. They're
Okay.
known for being really popular and really good at service. So that was the idea. I think we just had, we had a short amount of
We
time. to
do
do
work
that.
with the city though, quite a bit, so the public library in our area, as long as you are outside within like 10 feet,
Yeah.
past 10 feet from the front door, you're allowed to do things out there.
Yeah.
So-
But I couldn't really check out 4 books and get a
Yeah.
coupon from the librarian.
No, it would be more for the campus bookstore.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Great. No, thank you. That was marvelous.
Awesome. Thank you.
Good morning, Jimmy John's team. We're pleased to meet with you. As you can see, we honored your likeness, Mr. John. We are the Cool Kids Media Group. I am Stephen Karin.
I'm Zach Savela.
I'm Jack Mobley.
And I'm Ryan Hobbs.
So basically last time we talked.
slide.
It may or may not have come.
Love it. Okay.
So basically last time we talked at our meeting, we got a lot of information from you and we're using that to help you with this package that we have for you. But we did face some problems and opportunities that we saw that we could fix. First, the increasing competition in the area. And we also saw that there was less notoriety with the student body. And then finally, Jimmy John's needs a fresh new way to market the product. So our solution to this was we have a quarter-long media campaign that reaches a diverse group of students and faculty across a variety of platforms.
So here's a little bit of the breakdown at Cool Kids University. We surveyed a group of 2,000 students what they value in a quick service sandwich restaurant like Jimmy John's. We found that 32% value quality, 27% value price, 30% value distance from campus and class buildings, 6% value brand, and 4% value vibe. Now the bad thing is that 38% of students surveyed said they were enticed by a wider variety of options. As we know, Jimmy John's doesn't really offer a whole lot of hot subs, and the quality does tend to be a little bit lower. But 1 in 3 students said that they value speed of delivery over cost, so that is a positive. So what do the customers prefer? Where do students spend their money? We found that 38% of the students surveyed said they spent the majority of their sandwich money at Subway, 16% said they spent it at Firehouse Subs, 26% said they favored supporting local delis and other businesses, and 20% preferred other. So how do we fix this? What can Cool Kids Media Group do for you?
Alright, so the last time that we spoke, Y'all had mentioned that some people had approached y'all with some crazy new ideas, and it sounded like you liked them, but you also told me how that you need a quick fix to the problem that you're having right now. So we're gonna stick to the basics at the start, but we do have a good idea for y'all towards the end. So to begin, we're gonna stick to the basics, meaning print. Print is about 55% of our general revenue, and so that's where we would like to start with y'all. We believe that the daily quarter page coupon and the Cool Kids e-newsletter, which is also a new product of ours, promoting the freaky fast delivery would be the best way to start out. Because with e-news, it's actually sent out to every single email of every single student and faculty member on campus. And so that's about 55,000 people right there that have to see your ad every day if they open it. And so following that, we would be offering full page advertisement in every single special edition of our magazine, which we put out a new edition of our magazine once a month. So that would be a good way to keep a full page ad fresh in somebody's mind. And so along with print, we would be offering our web advertisements. So we have a very popular website. We reach about 13,000 students a day and 6,000 parents because the parents will check up on the student's school. Our rollover ads have a 39% interaction rate, which is a lot higher than most schools because we like to make sure that our website stays interactive so that the students check in and see everything we have to offer. What we would be offering is a premium advertisement at the very top of the web page, so as soon as it loads in, it's the first thing that everybody sees. And also, we would run that for about 90 days, and there would be a direct link taking them straight to the order page so that whenever they're hungry, it's right there every day.
So along with all those services, we also have social media, and social media is large and it's growing over time. We love your guys' social media accounts, and we think we can definitely help out. Social media followers total 100,000 between Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and specialized advertisements weekly to promote deals and encourage business. And now, along with social media ads, we think we have a great idea for you. A bus.
The big Jimmy.
So our idea is that it wouldn't look necessarily like this. We want it to be a sandwich.
Actually, I have a
Yes.
question. Before we get to our biggest idea, I would like to ask, how did this advertisement go for y'all in the past? Whenever y'all did that exact advertisement right there.
I thought it went really well. I mean, I think we definitely was a great way to kick off our online ordering.
Good way to kick it off.
Yeah,
Right,
I don't have the numbers in front of
Right,
it.
right.
We were very satisfied with the results.
I love to hear that because I'm
Yeah.
glad that was a good way to kick it off, but we would like to take it to the next level. And Ryan will tell you about what we have in store for y'all.
Yeah, so every college campus has their own shuttling and buses around the campus. And you see those every day when you're in class and walking around campus. So we think the university could put advertisements on our buses. And we were thinking that a big sandwich driving around campus would be a great way to promote the brand. And along with that, we think that we'll bring social media in with this.
Mhm.
So if you find the bus and you take a picture with it and use the hashtag BigJimmy, we'll give you 15% off your next purchase.
Nice.
It's really an attention grabber. It's really a way to get students interacting with and involved with the brand.
Mhm.
And we do think it is our biggest idea yet.
And not to get too down into the details, but do you remember the price range of the last time y'all did this?
Well, buses aren't cheap, bus wraps are
Right.
not cheap,
Right.
so, it was a good $1 million campaign.
Good $1 million.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
well,
we were in a lot of markets.
Then I have some great news for you because our university now has a new, we installed a garage to teach students how to we're incorporating real life things for different majors.
Yeah,
And so part of that is car wrapping.
really?
And so we can have our own students do the wraps. And granted, it will cost money, but nowhere near $1 million. So,
I like
And we
that
can
idea.
obviously start out small scale with one bus
Yeah.
on one campus and see how that goes. And if you like that, we could have a Big Jimmy on every campus across the country.
Yes, let's get Big Jimmy on every campus. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Alright, well guys, my name is Andoni Varela. With me today is
Anthony Ramirez.
Amelia Ferry.
I'm Caldine.
Alright, and we are Team 3-4. And then today, thank you for the meeting, we are going to propose an advertising campaign for Jimmy John's to implement during the fall 2018 semester to target students of the University of South Carolina. And then, to talk a little bit about our target market.
So, target markets for USC students. The campaign's going to go on in the fall. These are students 18 to 24. Football is like what life revolves around in the fall. Game day is huge. So it's going to be like a football themed campaign targeted toward people involved with football culture, whether that be tailgate, attending the games, or just in the city that pick up on the vibes of the football stadium when it's at its most hustle and bustle.
So I know in our last meeting, we talked a lot about wanting to target freshmen and wanting to really kick our campaign off in the fall with a bang. And we thought that, we talked about this a lot last time, that we decided that football was gonna be a really good avenue to go down. You're gonna get a lot of involvement from students that aren't necessarily looking at normal channels that we advertise through. So what we really wanna do is hit as many ears and eyes as possible with a big bang at the beginning of the year. So,
Awesome. So the strategies that we're going to implement for this campaign will be print, digital, and underwriting. Let's talk more about that.
So starting with print, we're gonna just do our classic avenues. So for our back to school edition, we're gonna do it should actually be a full page back to school edition, and we're gonna show, we did a little mock-up advertisement for y'all that we'll show you on the next screen, and then we're gonna start out with just 1 month. We're hoping to push, if we see results, push this through for the entire season, so the full 3 months, but for the next 3 weeks, we'll do a quarter-page ad each week until the end of September. And we really, again, like I said, we wanna get our eyes and ears numbers up as high as possible. So we get really high readings. We get about 6,000 students reading our paper weekly, and we think that this is a really good solid way to start out our campaign.
I apologize because the image is low res, it's just a draft up. So it's going to be a football themed campaign revolving around, well, obviously football and encouraging catering, because USC's football games average attendance is 78.5 thousand people, and less than 25% of the people who tailgate go into the games. So that leads to an enormous tailgate population. On top of that, the readers of student media include, it's like 38,000 people in the Carolina community, including undergrad, graduate, and faculty and staff. So catering is kind of like an advertisement in itself. You go to a tailgate, they have a thing at Jimmy John's, you get to pick it up, you get to try it, which other advertisements can't offer. And if you like it, you're more likely to go back and try again. And encourages brand loyalty.
Yeah, so we really want to encourage people with this new idea that you order your Jimmy John's to your tailgate. Y'all are standing in the back of your truck at a football game and y'all want a different sandwich, you order Jimmy John's and it comes straight to you.
Yeah, people are also 14 times more likely to have a blood alcohol level above 0.08 on game days, making it impossible to drive and get food, so freaky fast delivery becomes even more crucial.
Awesome. All right, and then on to our digital.
So digital, so we will be doing your campaign on the dailygamecock.com. So we'll do your lead board that's on top for all 3 months. So it's our fall sports season. And we have an average of over 26,000 viewers per week. So again, just getting that, those eyeballs up. We want as many students to see brand recognition and start relating it with football. So all of our ads are going to be catered around, similar to the ad before, but everything's going to revolve around football. And then finally, underwriting. So this is what we're super excited about. So play-by-play underwriting at every home football game. So we are going
gonna start, so there's gonna be 10 home games this season, which is 40 spots, so roughly. Each ad is gonna be 10 seconds long, and it's not really an ad. So underwriting is you are sponsoring the team without having to actually sponsor the team. You're just there to be a
Sponsored broadcasts.
sponsored broadcast, yes. So it's gonna include Jimmy John's, your 3 locations on South Carolina's
Campus area.
and then we're gonna do different statements at the end of each, talking about, you know, Freaky Fast Delivery, tailgate, football, the all-American dream. And so those are gonna play, you know, the play ends, sports reporters are talking, and this is what they're gonna say. And we just really wanna bring up that positive brand association. Football, South Carolina,
Sandwiches.
Alright, and then to wrap up, this will be our cost breakdown. During our initial meeting, you told me that you did not want to spend more than $4,000 on this campaign. We lived up to that promise. To implement this campaign, it was going to total you $3,685, and we believe that we are the most cost-efficient, most direct, and most streamlined way to hit your target market and provide 50% ROI onto your return. Thank you.
Any questions?
Yeah, what can you?
Okay, thank you for asking. So, yeah, my questions are about the underwriting.
Yeah.
So, you guys are doing are you doing play-by-play at the football game on your campus radio? Is that campus radio or campus TV?
This is campus radio.
Okay,
Yeah.
so are you doing play-by-play on campus radio?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so how often do you go to break?
So we're actually allowed to talk in between plays. So
You
it's-
are?
Yeah, so it
Okay.
doesn't have to be during a break, so announcers are gonna be just in the stadium. So you can be sitting in the stadium,
Mhm.
and the announcers will.
Okay.
And
There's-
we already gave those numbers for who's in a football stadium, but that's regional lobby years.
And we can go to, excuse me.
No, you go ahead.
There's also TV timeouts every 3 minutes, so we can go to break every 3 minutes.
So could I purchase, I'm assuming you're gonna sell this package to other advertisers during,
Well, y'all are our biggest clients right now, so.
but can I buy the entire game?
If you'd like to, we could work some up.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. Yeah, oh, I mean, what are we looking at? Yeah, if you wanna get back with me on some prices on buying the whole game,
Yeah.
I think that would be beneficial.
Yeah,
Are you
so this
willing?
is flexible.
Yeah.
And with that added element, are you willing to go above 4,000 for the final budget?
I think so. I do wanna, maybe you might wanna borrow it from print, I'm not sure. I
Okay.
mean, once you come back with some numbers and let me see what those
Well,
are.
Yeah.
we're gonna have the print campaigns only running for the first month of the season, test it out, and then we're gonna wait to see what the return on investment looks like, and if it keeps going, we can push forward, and if not, we can redistribute the money elsewhere.
Yeah, or give me a plan B. Maybe it's not a full page. Did you know it was a full page?
Yeah, so this price does include the
Okay.
full page.
So what if we kind of trim back the ads to half pages, make sure I have a half page ad in all football games?
Yeah.
We can drop them some more
dates.
creative and get right back to you.
Yep,
Mhm.
yep.
We
and-
will have so in this month, the September month, that's also our homecoming
Yeah.
ad. So you're gonna get, again, a lot of exposure on that. Half
Okay.
page is plenty.
Yeah, I think that I want to see that number and see what it looks like.
Sounds good.
All right.
And we'll circle back with you.
All right, super, thank you.
Thank you so
Email
much.
me tonight.
Are you good? That sounds great.
Whatever.
We'll edit that out.
Are we going?
Yeah.
Oh.
Great. Okay, so